Hello and welcome, my lovely Taurus. Taurus, your pip card in the tarot is the King of Pentacles. This is a kingdom building card, the physically enhancing card. This is the card of loyalty and faithfulness, Taurus. The luxury card. Absolutely luxurious living. All right, my lovely Taurus. This is your intuitive energy and card reading for the week of December 2nd through 9th, 2019. Ooh. Remember, time is merely pretense. These can be past, present, or future energies and or lessons. This is a general reading for my lovely Taurus, Sun, Moon, House, Rising positions. Cross-watchers, welcome. However, it still will not apply to all. But do remember, you were born under the sign of Taurus because life happens for you, not against you. And Taurus, being born under the sign of Taurus is your life lesson. So you should be able to listen to this reading and garner life lessons, much like any good Aesop fable, technically speaking, or fairy tale. So do hang around for the entirety of the reading. All right, so what do we have in the energies above us? 2019 is all about this truth-seeking, all about these unmasking, real truths coming in, painful truths coming in. A lot of us putting our energy where it didn't belong, and the truth of it. And so now we're getting ready for 2020, and it's all about making these wishes from these deep, deep places. And those wishes will probably come true right now. So I hope you've definitely been doing your work on that last new moon in Sagittarius. You know, it's about life and loving everything about life in Sagittarius season. From the little smile from your child to the, getting launched, to watching a space shuttle launch to the moon, or the dragonfly, whatever's going up right now. But whatever it is, it's coming from that deep Scorpio, move on your dreams. Jupiter, the planet of expansion, the planet of enhancing, big growth, is crossing our galactic center. The gravitational pull of our universe is based on that supermassive black hole. And in Jupiter crossing it, it's a time where the energies are blessing us to actually have those dreams come true, move on our deepest desires, move on that deep Scorpio, Mars kind of energy. What is our deep desires? What do we really, really want? Let's see. Taurus is ruled by Venus. Of course, you're ruled by everything beauty and luxurious. But it's about finding that skill that perhaps you've abandoned or you've lost, and bringing it back to the fore. That deep desire within you that you never understood why it never went away. How to build that into your life, into a more purposeful life. And it is the theme of ending the year and beginning 2020. And remember, this is the last fire sign season before we run into Aries season. It's going to be a cold winter, and it's going to be Capricorn energy, ambitious kind of energy. Taurus, you're excited about this, I know. So definitely put your wishes and dreams out there. They can come true. Let's get to it. All right, me being the Queen of Wands, the Queen of Clovers, my readings tend to focus on life, craft, action, nurturing ourselves and others, and using our will for the highest good and calling with unconditional love and, of course, gratitude. And so I thank you now for all your likes, your subscribes, your comments, your shares, your tips and donations. Just your views alone have been wonderful and helpful, and I do ask that you subscribe now if you haven't. And I'm catching up to my life. Spirit had me take a little Mercury shadow break, retrograde shadow break, to repopulate my energies, as I was giving out more than I was putting back in the tank. Remember, you've got to revive as much as you use. Queen of Pence, to start ambition. This is that Capricornian energy I was telling you about. It is that energy of financial security above all. But it's got a dreamy, expansive feel to it with that Jupiter in the sky over there. Capricorn in its home. It's about to come into its home. So you either have a Capricorn energy or something. This is the Decadence card. It is also the Tower card. Tower card in reverse means you're rising up. You're skipping the Tower. When the Tower card's in reverse, it tells me you're about to rise up, as opposed to everything falling down. Because what has happened is you notice your mistake, you notice your errors, and you made those changes yourself before Spirit came in and said, what are you not doing? In the story behind this card in this beautiful creatures deck, This is a story of an angel that never did anything, never followed orders spiritually, never used her gifts for greatness, never used her intuition, her all-seeing eye, and she's almost separate from herself. And it's why she's been cast from heaven. It's why her hair is a little darkened. And basically, it's just not doing what you're supposed to be doing, not facing what you're supposed to be facing. But Taurus, you've avoided this. And whatever it is you've avoided, it's managed to put you in a position where you're actually going to be taking care of yourself now. You realize that I get that whole message of make sure you put your oxygen mask on before you go to help your child. So you can help more than one child. You really can't help anybody else until you've got your oxygen mask on. And it has that feeling like, I saw this coming and it's not going to happen to me. Taurus would be damned if you'd be caught without, is kind of that feeling. So you've made the steps forward to do that, and you've prevented a disaster. And that feeling of disaster, if it hasn't left you, it should leave you very soon, because you're about to realize that you're coming into some really major goals, and dreams are heading to fruition. I feel like Capricorn season is going to be a wish come true. There are things going to happen to you in Capricorn season that you are like shocked, that you're going to be like, it's because you did the work. And that's what the Tower in verse also says. You've done the work. What else, Spirit? What energies are going to hit my Taurus this week? Not the Tower. Capricornian energy is about security and stability, financial security above all, with ambition. There's something about this that has a twinkle to it. The stars are really peeking out to me, and the Spirit wants me to talk about the twinkle, the sparkle, like in Mr. Megorium's Magicorium toy shop movie. I just saw the whole thing from start to finish, and there's a little, she talks about finding her sparkle, and yes, it's about finding your sparkle. With the Five of Pence in the upright. How did I get here? Well, you prevented a Tower from happening, and sometimes that means you've cut losses of your own instead of waiting for them to crumble on your head. That's how you got there. But what does it mean? Well, it means you can only go up from here, my lovely, lovely Taurus. That is the card of poverty. It can be, it's also a card of a bit of a destitution, a lack. It's not being able to buy your Fenty bras even on Black Friday, but it's about being apart, taking that time. There's this feeling of you embracing all earth signs right now, not just Taurus, but also the Virgo, and the idea of like, this world wasn't for me anyway. So you let it fall to pieces, or you cut things off to prevent a Tower moment. And it did create some loss. It did create some decay around you and some rubbish around you that needs to be removed. And you're okay with that because you're coming into your goals, and you've taken control of a Tower moment. It doesn't mean you aren't going to go through the steps of poverty and separation from things you deeply love, especially since you love decadence so much. But you still have to go through those steps. You just didn't have to suffer through complete and total loss. Another season noted. Sagittarius season, this Knight of Wands. It's that fire under your ass. You're ready to move. It's like, okay, I avoided the Tower, but I still hit rock bottom. It would have been worse. That's what Spirit says. It would have been worse. You did the right thing. But now, you're like, okay, the path is clear. Nothing left to lose. The swords have chopped on. I've done my job of removing everything I need to. So now I can move forward. Yes. You've got the fire under your ass. You've got this Sagittarius card. This Sagittarius energy of... I'm ready to set my arrow. I'm ready to make that perfect aim for what I want. I am ambitious. I'm so ambitious that if anything, you put the TNT to the Tower yourself, Taurus. This is very, very Mars and Scorpio energy. Mars-dominated energy. Fire it up. We're going. This is happening. Even though you have the Sagittarius card, it's all that energy of this is happening. I have the Four of Pence in reverse. Okay, this is... The Four of Pence in reverse tells me you're going to get rid of it all if you have to, even love, with this Cups. You're willing to let go of it all for this dream. You're willing. It's not a negative. And Spirit is saying with this Four of Pence in reverse, you're letting it go. You're separate. You're letting it go. It's that I'm letting it go. I have a mark to hit. Everything else is going to fly by in the meantime. Spirit saying it's not a bad thing. You are clearing the way for yourself. And that's by letting go of things, including love. One of Cups, that fondness card in reverse, is sometimes letting go. That's not a bad thing, because if it ain't the right thing, it ain't the right thing. I do have a Knight of Swords, a Gemini card in reverse. Knight of Swords is the enthusiasm card, but it's a stupid card. It's swinging that sword, or you're dangling, wherever you think it needs to go. As in nonsensical adventures sometimes too. But it's in reverse, which tells me that you're really putting in the effort. You're really planning. You're really thinking it through. You're not going to miss any side of this. Because it's like I've arranged my life in such a way that I don't have to, I'm surrendering. I am surrendering to it all. I'm surrendering to the need for things to go. I'm surrendering for the need to not hold on to things. I'm surrendering to the need to take control of what needs to be taken control of. This is advice from Spirit, and it's a lot. It's a total surrendering. It's planning. This is advice from Spirit. Planning and King of Wands. This is leadership, this King of Wands. This is not doing as much work as you think you should do, the legwork. This is thinking smarter, not harder. This is not digging ditches. This is using your brain somehow, using your light and your charisma somehow to get this moving. It's applying your personal resources as opposed to your physical, blisters on hands kind of resources. It's something you really need to think through. You really need to take a kingly role with, think of what a king can do with his robes on and his full armor on. What should a king be doing? How are you managing your energies? Because I do have the wheel coming in reverse. And this just tells me you're rolling the dice on a few things. You're taking a bit of a gamble. And maybe the other thing is, this is like all planning. Maybe you're not taking enough of a gamble. You're not putting enough in, because once you get that going, this is just deep planning, laying it all out. Make sure it's because you've got to get that arrow going. You've got to get this Knight of Wands adventure, that fire under your ass. You've got to get that under control. And being a Taurus, it shouldn't be too hard for you. You're not going to let things burn to hell. But you are going to need to let things move forward, even if there's a hiccup or two. And you may want to take a little gamble, put a little bit of more of that spiritual energy into it, that wandy energy into it, because I have the Six of Wands here. Your victory is going to be a public victory. It's going to be a victory for all. You're going to win something, and it's something you've worked on. It's not something that this is the idea of your spiritual calling. This is the idea of what you're supposed to be doing with your life. You're getting into that. You're moving forward into that. You're showing promise. You're showing the ability, and you've won. You've succeeded in that venture, and that will be your Nine of Cups moment. Nine of Cups is satisfaction card. It is the physical completion in just absolute wish come true. But is it really a wish come true, or is it you've aligned with your abilities? You've put your abilities out there where they belong to support whatever your dreams are. And then you'll know where you want to stay. Six of Swords is running away from things, but no, you're looking for a place to stay. This is not escaping. This is not running away. This is someplace you can stay. Call your own. Plant a big tree in the yard. Spirit is saying that's what you want, Taurus, and it's all there. It's all possible, but it's going to take so much planning. It takes a lot of planning, a lot of control with that Knight of Swords and leadership, very kingdom building. King of Wands is pre-empire building. It is the idea that you're going to start being in a place of victory, in a place of Nine of Cups. It's actually going to happen with something that looks bad. At first is what this is, the Wheel of Fortune in reverse. It's not going to look good at first. It might even look pretty shitty, but you have the wherewithal and the know-how to fix that, to enhance it, to make it better. It's Taurian energy at its finest. All right, let's pick up some love cards from the Happy Deck for my lovely Taurus. Taurus, you have been through it. You're turning around your life, and you're just this wish energy, this like everybody should be making their wishes for their deepest heart's desire. You're like 5 months ahead of everybody. That's what this reading tells me. You're like, make wishes. I've been working on this shit forever. And that's when you'll be blessed with your dreams coming true. All right, with love. Ace of Diamonds. Ace. Queen of Diamonds. Ten of Swords. Okay, this is your idea of love right now. And it is... No, thank you. I got some Ace of Pence shit to work on. Some real Taurus stuff to work on. And this love thing ain't that it's inspiring, not worth discussing even, almost. Taurus, you're just like not obsessed with love. I think you see, it's like when you see the finish line, like you see, ooh, you see my sweater there. It's not actually dirty laundry. All right, but you see the finish line, Taurus. You see, like, I've been working hard on this. Make my wish. I've made these wishes a while ago. This is me making them all come true. Aligning with the energies of this wishes come true. It's happening. I've surrendered, I believe. But this is also you giving up the pain of it. You're not giving up any of this for anybody. If they want to join you, that's fine. But the pain of it, you've been through it. And you're not going to accept anybody. Look at it. It's put you in the upright. You're manifesting this in the physical with the Queen. And you're not going to make it painful. It's not going to be bad. You're going to drop these pain things, this nonsensical ideas, these concepts that are just nonsense. I have shit to do. I have shit to do. I have good shit to do. I'm doing it. And if you can't come in that and join me, then don't bother. It's like, okay. You will only take worthy suitors. You will only take the worthy. You are pondering a little bit of an air sign here, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. The Two of Swords is the fear card, but these are man-made fears. This isn't, the King of Swords is also the idea man, the person who's really got their thoughts together. You need somebody who's got their shit together, and that's the King of Swords has their shit together. You're not going to choose, you're going to be indecisive about anybody who's not a King of Swords, who's not the highest initiate in the cartomancy. I have standards, like an Aries has standards. I've worked too hard to give this up on nonsense again. And I have friends, I have family, I'm not alone. And even though this air sign kind of like, it may not actually be an air sign, but what it is, it's definitely you saying the highest initiate is the only that will do. You're not just going to take anything that walks by your path. Oh, because that's what's going to make you win. Not taking whatever comes by you is going to make you win. It's going to put you in the place of entrepreneurship, the place of growth, of slow financial growth, stability, steadiness. It's that focus, absolute focus for your dreams. Because there's nothing really worth looking at right now to share this with, and you've worked, you put your blood, sweat, and tears in this. You're not sharing this with any Tom, Dick, and Harry, or Jane Jr. or Jenny kind of thing. All right, Taurus, thank you for sharing your energy with me. Tough energy, love it. Balls to the wall, Taurus. Please like, subscribe, share, comment, tip or donate if the spirit moves you. All the information is in the box below, of course, and have a very good week, my lovely Taurus.